Hi, Gemini. So I was not going to do general readings today because there have been some things that have happened in my family this week. We got some bad news on Tuesday. Everything will be okay eventually, but I had to kind of take a step back from general readings. I am still working on personal readings, and if you're waiting for a personal reading, I am getting those out. Hopefully I will be caught up this weekend. I know I've said that a couple of times, but April's been kind of rough. So I appreciate everybody's patience and understanding. I really do. So I was not going to do general readings today, but I woke up in your guys' energy. And I think I know why. The moon was in Gemini yesterday. So I've kind of been sitting in your energy for a couple of days. And I really connect with Gemini energy really well, not only because, Mercury rules both of us, but it rules both of us in totally different ways. Like Virgos and Mercury, like we get up in our head and it's like, with you guys, you are talkers, you're doers, you are the communicators. Virgos are just the thinkers, right? And sometimes Virgos don't communicate very well. So I have been feeling this very need to fidget with things and do stuff. And I forgot that I had a hair appointment today. So I kind of rushed back home so I could get the hair appointment done. And, cause I've been at my parents' house for the last couple of days, several days. And she did a wonderful job, by the way. So I'm at the salon. And she's like, I have to get the conditioner and the treatment and, highlights, whatever. Becky did a wonderful job. She's a Capricorn, so she's not going to watch this video, so I'll have to thank her on the Capricorn video. But, oh my God. I mean, really, I love her. I love her. She has saved my hair many a time, so, because it's difficult. Yeah, anyway, back to it. So, Uranus is moving into Taurus. And that is this shift that you guys are feeling. That's happening on May 15th. Except it's not going to be like, boom, everything happens all at once. Just like when Saturn moved into Capricorn, just like when Jupiter went into Scorpio. But this time with Uranus moving into Taurus, which is your 12th house. And there's a lot of stuff happening in your 12th house this month. So that is that buildup of tension that you guys are feeling. That is that almost conflicting nature of, I'm so used to being carefree and fun loving, but oh my God, if somebody gets in my face, I'm going to fight. And you don't really know what it, and I feel like you guys are kind of in a way being a little Virgo-esque, and you're analyzing why do I feel like this? And that's Uranus is going to move into your 12th house in May, and you're already feeling that shift, and it's going to be there for 8 years. And during that time, you will notice you questioning your very purpose, your spirituality, your home life. I mean, just everything that really defines your inner reason for being alive. And that sounds really, really dramatic, but because it's such a slow change, it's not going to happen all at once. And there will be very tense moments for you. But I want you to enjoy this time of really finding out who you truly are and what you truly want to do in life. And what your purpose is, what your spiritual purpose is. Pisces is the 12th house, right? Pisces is very spiritual. They are very psychic. They, open up your mind and make you think of otherworldly things. And Taurus is Gemini's 12th house. So not only, and it's going to have a lot to do with your spirituality. And I mean, Taurus is all about home. It's all about, what surrounds you and what makes you feel very comfortable. Taurus is ruled by Venus. What makes you feel good and feel right? I feel like there's going to be a lot of questioning of yourself of what actually makes me feel good. Because I don't want to just keep going through life and doing things because I have to, or doing things because I'm told that that's the way that it has to be. So that's like, that little shakeup that's going to happen for you. And for some people, it may not. You may have already been through that shakeup. I know I went through that shakeup. I didn't have Uranus in my 12th house in this last. But depending on where your Uranus is in your birth chart and where your planets sit in your natal chart, it will be a different experience for everyone. But I did feel that it's like so restless, but at the same time, I was almost trying to push the restless away. Like, I really feel like your twins are fighting with you right now. My son and I, my 14-year-old, you guys know, I raised Geminis. If you've been with me for a while and you've seen the Gemini readings for a while, I raised Geminis. I have 2 of them. And I also have my older brother is a Gemini. And, so I grew up around you guys. And I love your energy. I love being in your energy. Your energy, funny enough, being an air sign and I'm an earth sign, you guys actually ground me because you push me to have fun. You push me to see the brighter side of things. I love that. So I don't want you to be worried about what astrologers are saying. There's good and bad things when stuff like Uranus transiting into your 12th house. There's always good stuff and there's always bad stuff. Just like with retrogrades. People always are like, oh my God, retrogrades are so terrible. Well, good things and bad things always happen with retrogrades, right? So we have the Queen of Cups. We have the Page of Swords. And we have the King of Wands. All right, guys. Who is making you feel like less than who you truly are? Whether it's in love or whether it's in business. I also kind of feel like this could be the duality of, do I listen to my intuition or do I just go for it? Do I listen to my intuition, my feminine, my Queen of Cups side, or do I listen to my fiery King of Wands inside of me and just go for it? It seems like that's a pretty big duality that you guys are having, and you guys are used to being very, pulled in 2 different directions. The fidgety nature, like, should I be doing this or should I be doing this? And when it comes right down to it, I kind of feel like not letting people pull you in directions and letting yourself do it would be a lot better way to go at the end of April. So the Devil, there's that shadow side popping out. Where are you feeling change in your life? I feel like you have good people around you, but it's almost like, are you listening to me? Why do I have to say something 3 or 4 times before you actually hear what I'm saying? 8 of Pentacles, good. 7 of Wands. So really defending I feel like this is like defending your place, your home, the place, your stability. This is really defending your stability. And like, I'm going to, sorry about that. Didn't turn my phone off, guys. So sorry. Hold on a second. Usually I do, see? Whew, not even thinking. I'm not even thinking straight. And I think the reason why you feel like you really need to defend yourself is it's almost like you're really like tied into a situation that has almost it was very toxic for you. Could be with a Capricorn, but I'm seeing we've got air, water, and fire and earth, but I don't want you to let people diminish you at the end of April, because You are going to have so many big transits coming through your 12th house. There's no need. And I know that you guys won't, like, hang on to, you know, what people are doing or what people are saying. There's a Lover's card at the bottom of the deck before I turn these 3 over. Ace of Swords, 10 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. So there's that Earth, could be Capricorn. I actually kind of feel like this is your energy. Like, kind of buckling down and really kind of standing, like sitting on your throne. You know, I'm going to make my money. I'm going to do what I need to do to be stable. This is like you defending your stability. You're like, it's really time for me to focus on what needs to get done and not be pulled in so many directions that make me feel like I'm a page. I oftentimes see this page as like the beginning of a conversation that needs to be had by either with the Queen of Cups, with the King of Wands, or both. Or maybe just the duality within yourself you need to have a conversation with. I don't know how that works. Today I felt like I was having conversations with myself all day long. And it wasn't like in the analyzing Virgo way. It wasn't in like, you know, the steps that I need to take to do things. It was, okay, well, I got to do this. Yes, but you have to do this first. Okay, well, yeah, but I really want to be able to do this. Yes, but I mean, it was, I wanted to like rip my brain out and put it on a shelf. So we have the Ace of Swords and the 10 of Cups. So this is the beginning of a conversation of what you truly need, what you are striving for, what you're looking for. And then I feel like you kind of come out with the Ace of Swords and you're like, no, this is the, I mean, like, to me, this is finalization. Like, no, let's get perfectly clear on what I'm saying here. Perfectly clear on what I'm saying here. I'm going to find my happiness. My 10 of Cups. I'm going to get my stability. I'm going to grow my business, my life, my home, whatever it is to you, my relationship. I'm going to do it in my way. And I'm not going to let other people mess with my mind. I wanted to say something else, and oh my God, one of my Gemini friends, he would have loved it that I said that, but I'm not. I mean, just mess with my mind. He'll know what I'm saying. So the Lovers, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So there you guys are. If it's another air sign in your life. This is so awesome to me that this popped out. And then I want you to notice that the Hierophant is right behind it. And then the Fool is right behind that. So you guys are like, bam, coming into my own. And yes, this could definitely have to do with a relationship, because not only does the Lover's card represent Gemini, it also represents, you know, that love. Sometimes this is a very hard relationship to have. So I know that it's like portrayed as the ultimate marriage, and but like, I mean, their hands are bound together. And this is like, and if you look at the Devil card, look how chained these people are. You know, it's like the good and bad side of the coin. Heads or tails, right? Heads or tails. One twin or the other. Like, what are we going to choose? So, but what I really like is, you know, standing very firm. And you can be a man. This could be a Gemini man also. We all have the divine feminine within us. But standing very firm and standing your ground and saying, like, I'm not taking any more shit. Like, this is my decision. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to build things. Cutting through all of the bullshit that anybody else is throwing at me. And this is how I'm going to do it. Because I feel like you guys have been fighting this uphill battle for so long to say what you need to say, to do what you need to do. And it's like, you're always batting for the guy. You know, you're always like that, the backup to everybody and like making sure that everybody else is feeling okay and doing okay. And that's how you've been lately. And, you know, Geminis, you guys want to like just go out and have a good time and, you know, get your shit done and live your life. And people have been coming at you right and left, and you can't figure it out. And even your duality has been coming at you right and left. And I feel like the end of April, things are going to start to come into place. And life is, I mean, like, look at me and like the whole hand thing. This is what I do when I get my Gemini energy. I'm like all hands everywhere. Like I couldn't put my phone down in the salon. I was like, and then I'm like, oh my God, okay, I just have to sit in meditation. And then that was driving me crazy to sit in meditation. I mean, there's this very antsy feeling and this need to like not be antsy, but oh, you guys, I feel so, I mean, I see you from the outside. You know, I'm raising Geminis. I lived with a Gem. I see you from the outside. And twice a month, I feel what you're going through. And this, you know, the end of April into May, it's like, man, I just want to wrap you guys up and give you a great big hug and tell you everything's going to be okay because you're going to make it okay. Like, you're not going to let anybody mess with you. And I like that the Hierophant and the Fool came out because, yes, this represents Taurus, and we do have the King of Pentacles here, so you could be dealing with a Taurus. Let's just get that out on the table. But also, this really talks about, as, you know, like, this is a really good transition into when I scrap this spread and start a new one for May, you know, the transition of Uranus into Taurus and how this is going to be a really good journey for you. And you almost get to start fresh. And Gemini risings are going to feel it probably stronger than Gemini sun. And some of you, like I said, are going to feel it more than others. And some of you are going to feel it right away. And some of it's going to be very slow. It also depends on how much you fight it. So let's start. Like, I almost just want to leave those two cards out because I feel like it's a very good transition into what's going to happen in the beginning of May and how things will progress and start to open up possibilities for you, open up doors for you, open up how stable. It's like I'm forcing my life to be stable, and that's just how it's going to be. So now we have the Queen of Pentacles. So that Earth sign still around. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We had Taurus and Capricorn in the last, for the end of April. So if you're dealing with a Taurus or a Capricorn, and that's who you're feeling kind of like tied to, and that's who you're kind of like, okay, deciding on, do I build my stability with this person or do I cut this shit out because I've been so unstable and I'm ready to push forward? We have the Sun. And I really feel like with Uranus moving into Taurus, things are going to be very, very clear for you. And it doesn't have to be a Taurus or a Capricorn. It can be, but since they showed up again in May, this could be you finding your stability again. I see it's the conflict. So we have the Knight of Cups, water sign, and the Five of Wands. And to me, this is like you saying, yeah, I'm very clear on how I want to live my life and the new beginning that I want to have and where I want to move forward. And then, like, let's not revert back and fight with yourself or fight with other people about it. Because I feel like that's where it's almost like you're going to have to defend your decisions and what you decide to do. And if somebody keeps coming into your life, or somebody is, even if it's at work, if you're like, I do not resonate with this place anymore and I need more out of life, and I mean, that card wanted to come out really bad, so let's just take it. Judgment. I know that the universe has more for me than what I'm giving myself right now. so I'm not staying here anymore. I'm not staying in this position. This is a really big time for you guys to start thinking about, you know, where is it? Where is it that you want to be? Where is it that you want to go? What is it that you want to do? Who do you want to take with you? Who do you want to leave behind? We have the Three of Cups and the Chariot. And this is what I'm talking about. Like all sorts of celebration and movement forward and pushing into the future. Very mutable, very, you know, could have this water sign could be a Cancer that really isn't like, I don't feel like this Cancer, if it is a Cancer, it's not living up to your standards. Gotta say, it's not a queen, it's not a king. Maybe they're a lot of fun, and Geminis like to have a lot of fun. So if you need to get out and you need to have a lot of fun, by all means, do that. But I don't think you're going to be taking any more crap from people. I feel like it's almost like I almost want to like stamp my foot and like my hand and be like, no more. Like I'm not doing it anymore. Justice. The High Priestess. Death. So if you do go through kind of a karmic phase, you know, I just feel like, you know, there might be a lot of awakenings happening too during this time. Just with Death and the High Priestess. But if you're feeling like, I feel like you're getting karmic retribution. Like, I feel like this is all good karma coming to you through this transformation phase that you guys are going through. And really using your intuition. Being very forward thinking. And that might take you, Page of Swords, that might take you back. There might be a lot of thought processes where you are feeling like, you know, am I doing everything? Am I living up to my full potential? Am I doing that right now? Or what do I need to do to live up to my full potential? I feel like you're really coming into, because we also have the Hanged Man and the Seven of Cups. So I feel like the confusion is obviously it's there. And somebody may be confusing you. There may be another air sign in your life that, or this water sign is either a Pisces or a Cancer. And they're just all sorts of like, whoo, up in the air. Not telling you everything. Could be a Scorpio too. Sorry, we have all three of them here. Let's have Libra. So the air sign could be a Libra. But it's almost like the confusion is really, it could be anybody. Like, let's not get into that. Because somebody will be like, why didn't you say so-and-so? Well, they weren't there. I didn't see it. I feel like the Seven of Cups, because this, I don't want you to revert back into illusions and into fantasies as you are pushing forward into the future. Because the universe is obviously doing this for you. You know, it's like, you've done the work. I'm here to help you. I just can't stop. I mean, like, my hair just feels so good. I can't stop playing with it. Sorry. I feel like the universe is pushing you forward into like this whole new phase. And you might have that inclination, that want, that longing to revert back and be like, but I really liked living in that fantasy life. Like, I don't want to go into my true purpose and reality just yet. Well, Uranus in your 12th house is kind of saying it's time for a new beginning for you. It's time for a new phase in life. It's time for a new era. And life will be different. It may, again, like it may not be a huge, gigantic shift for some of you. I feel like for a lot of you, Gemini rising especially, there will be a very big shift in the way you think about life, the way you think about your everyday life and what you truly believe in and what pushes you and strives you to be who you are. I feel like there is such a big shift of perspective that it will almost be shocking for you, even. Because you guys are really good at looking at all sides of the coin. You just are. You don't necessarily always like both sides of the coin, but you can look at them. You know, unlike like with a Libra, they look at both sides of the coin and they're like, they can see the good and the bad out of both of them. You guys, like sometimes you're like, oh, that side of the coin, that's just like not even going to happen. Like, scratch that. But you can see it. You are not unaware. So you're not unaware of the Seven of Cups conflict. You're not unaware of whoever is bringing this conflict into your life that keeps confusing you, that kind of throws you off balance. But Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Cups. You know what you want. You know what you're going for. You know what you want out of, you know, you have planted the seed. You're growing that seed. Maybe waiting a little bit impatiently, but at least you're getting there. So if in May you feel this push-pull where, and even now, like if you're already kind of feeling this, some of you are probably like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Come back and watch this later if you don't feel it yet. But if you're already kind of feeling that push in the direction of, you know, finding your spiritual tribe, moving ahead in life, you know, you're already kind of feeling the universe like give you that nudge, like, hey, remember me? And you're feeling that 12th house shift. There could be some very confusing times that are very conflicting with what you think you're supposed to be doing versus what you should be doing, and vice versa. Don't let it diminish who you are. It is just a shift. Because, or if there is a Page of Swords that is diminishing you, or a Queen of Pentacles that is diminishing you, Page of Cups, King or Knight of Cups, whoever it is, really know that all of this is bringing you into a brighter day. And I do feel like there will be like light shed on a lot of things that you've been dealing with lately. And it's going to almost be like that light bulb moment where you're going, oh, well, I really don't need that person in my life. Or, oh, well, I really don't need that conflict in my life anymore. I'm moving on. Or, man, I sure wish that person was back in my life again. I'm going to give him a call. Like, it will be clear to you what you feel and what you know to be true as May comes in. So, I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you had a really wonderful April. And again, thank you so much for your patience, for these generals, for personal readings. Man, the end of March and into April, it's been really rough for me. I had some really great moments too. I was certified in Reiki, so that was really neat. And I will actually be offering that service as well in the coming months. I'm not quite ready right now, but just put it out there. Not ready to make it like hugely public. I'm working with friends and family right now on that. But if you would like to have a personal reading with me right now, I'm getting caught up on the personal readings, as I said. And if it's not an emergency reading, I am scheduling them out like 2.5 weeks, like sometimes not even 2.5 weeks, maybe just 2 weeks. So it's not that long at all of a wait. Also, if you want an emergency reading, and even on like the video readings, you can get an emergency option, for a little extra. But, the emergency FaceTime readings or anything, those are all scheduled, 24 to 72 hours, depending on my schedule, because I do have a life and I have children, and I, have to make sure I'm scheduling around mine. So that's why I give myself at least 72 hours to get that scheduled out. You can go to my website, fearlessintuition.net, to schedule. I mean, like, I'm so up in the air right now. I'm like back and forth. So I know, like, I'm sitting in your energy big time of that confused state of mind. But I want you to know that things are going to start to become clear. I'm like, oh, can I get that clarity already? Fearlessintuition.net for personal readings, and InstantGo. You can check out the InstantGo app also. That link is below. And the donations that have come in, thank you so much. It keeps the channel going. It keeps the videos coming on YouTube, because I don't charge for YouTube videos. So the donations that have come in, that link is on my website. It's also below. Also, check out my Instagram, at fearlessintuition1111. That's my Instagram. And I am on Facebook, Fearless Intuition. There's 2 different Fearless Intuitions, but you'll recognize me by the picture. So it's just my face. So, yeah, have a really great end of April and beginning of May. And I will see you guys for your birthday season. Bye.